The island stood alone, a solitary speck in the vast expanse of the ocean, surrounded by endless waves and the relentless wind. A solitary sentinel in a vast, churning sea, it stood unwavering, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. Waves crashed against its jagged cliffs, sending sprays of salt water high into the air, a testament to the power of nature. Gulls cried out, their calls lost to the wind, their wings battling the gusts as they soared above the tumultuous waters. Atop the highest point stood the lighthouse, its light a guiding star for those navigating the treacherous seas below. Old and weathered, it had stood for generations, a silent witness to countless storms and the passage of time. Inside lived Elias, the lighthouse keeper, a man of few words but great dedication. Elias knew every inch of his lonely home, from the creaking floorboards to the ancient lantern that guided ships to safety. He tended the lantern with care, ensuring its light never faltered, a small but vital task in the grand scheme of things. Each night its beams sliced through the darkness, a piercing ray of hope for those lost in the storm, a lifeline for sailors far out at sea, a promise of safe harbor and the end of their perilous journey. Elias was their silent guardian, ever watchful, ever vigilant, a protector in the face of nature's fury. Their protector against the fury of the ocean, a steadfast beacon in the storm, guiding them safely home. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into months. Elias lived a life of quiet routine. He polished the brass, cleaned the lenses, and wound the clockwork. He spoke to the seabirds and watched the waves intently. His only companion was the rhythmic crash of the sea. Yet Elias was content. He found solace in his solitary duty. The lighthouse was his purpose, its beam a symbol of hope in the darkness, every flash a silent promise kept. A promise to his father, the former keeper, to keep the light burning always. One night, a storm raged. The wind howled like a wild beast and the waves crashed against the shore with a fury unmatched. It was the worst Elias had ever seen in all his years by the sea. The sky was a dark, menacing grey, and the ocean seemed to be in turmoil. Through the howling wind he heard a desperate cry. It was faint, almost drowned out by the storm, but unmistakable. A small boat tossed about like a toy in the vast, angry sea. It was barely visible through the sheets of rain. A young girl clung to its mast, her knuckles white with fear. Elias knew he had to act quickly. He braved the elements, his heart pounding. With rope and sheer will, he pulled her to safety. The storm raged on, but Elias's determination was stronger. Lily, shaken but unharmed, stayed with Elias. She was grateful and looked at him with wide, trusting eyes. She was bright and curious, always asking questions about the world around her. Her curiosity was insatiable. She brought laughter into his quiet world, a world that had been filled with solitude and the sound of the sea. Elias told her stories of the sea, of adventures and mysteries that lay beneath the waves, of storms weathered and ships saved, of brave sailors and treacherous waters. Lily listened with wide, eager eyes, absorbing every word. She was captivated by the tales, her imagination running wild. Lily's presence was transformative. She brought a sense of warmth and vitality to the otherwise cold and desolate lighthouse. Her laughter echoed through the halls, filling the space with a joy that Elias had long forgotten. Elias realized the depth of his isolation. The vast ocean that surrounded him mirrored the emptiness he felt inside. He had spent years in solitude, with only the waves and the wind as his companions. He had become tethered to the light, a guardian of the beacon that guided ships safely to shore. The lighthouse was his sanctuary, but also his prison. But Lily reminded him of the world beyond. She spoke of distant lands and adventures of people and places filled with life and color. She was a breath of fresh air in his stagnant existence, the human connection he craved. Their conversations and shared moments brought a sense of belonging that Elias had not felt in years. When the storm subsided, a ship arrived to take Lily home. The storm had been fierce, but it had also brought them closer together. As she departed, Elias gifted her his father's compass. It was a cherished possession, a symbol of guidance and direction, a symbol of their shared adventure. The compass would remind her of the time they spent together and the bond they had formed. He promised to keep the light shining. The lighthouse would always be a beacon, a guiding light for her to find her way back, a beacon to guide her home, wherever she may be. The light would cut through the darkness, a constant reminder of their connection. As Lily's ship disappeared over the horizon, Elias watched with a heavy heart, but also with hope. He knew their paths would cross again. Elias felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was no longer just a keeper of the light, he was a keeper of memories, of promises made and kept. He was no longer just a keeper of the light. The lighthouse was now a symbol of hope and connection, a testament to the bonds that tie us together. He was a keeper of hope. The light from the lighthouse was a beacon of that hope, shining brightly for all to see. And that hope, like the beam from his lighthouse, shone brightly in the darkness. It was a light that could not be extinguished, a symbol of resilience and enduring human spirit, a testament to the enduring power of human connection, even in the face of life's fiercest storms. The lighthouse stood strong, a beacon of hope and a reminder that we are never truly alone.